We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Troy. Troy has a theater that's 10 feet by 17 feet by 7.5 feet. He's been using Klipsch speakers in there. Ooh, that's awfully close. But a few months ago, he bought...
Klipsch has a large variety of speakers, man. It's not like every...
Just saying that that if you looked on the APC and see how much power you were drawing to your speakers, the number would be very tiny.
Not enough to register.
It's like 0.00000 watts. All right, Troy has a 10 by whatever. He's been using Klipsch speakers. A few months ago, he bought a pair of Ascend Acoustics Sierra-2 speakers for his living room 2-channel system. Now he wants something more linear for his theater. The Sierra-2s would be a bit too expensive, though, so what are some less expensive options? EMP Tech, ELAC, what do we think? So he likes the Sierra-2s.
He does?
What is his price point here? Because EMP Techs are quite inexpensive, and so are the ELACs. So
yeah, if we're talking the debut series.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's what he wants, something in that range, which means...
I'm thinking so.
Entry level. Those are both great options.
Yeah, those are both fine options, yeah.
This is 10 by 17.
I mean, my thought is, why not stick with Ascend Acoustics?
Of course it is your thought. Those were always your thoughts. Everyone should go to Ascend Acoustics. No, you're a shill, sir. A shill.
He likes the Sierra-2s enough that he's like, I think I'd like to replace all of my speakers. And yet, why not Ascend Acoustics for the rest of they have less expensive speakers. They don't sound exactly like the Sierra-2s, but they sound very neutral, that's for darn sure.
So there are, there's going to be options there that Rob will probably tell you about at length and nauseum and a very long email. There'll also be Aperion Audio would be a good place to look.
The Intimus series would be a good choice.
KEF would be a good place to look, especially since you can get them over at Accessories for Less on P-Stock or whatever. Some other people are coming to mind here.
NHT?
Sure. They have options as well that are good. And you're sitting close enough to all these things that it doesn't matter. Don't buy towers. You don't need them. Get bookshelves or something smaller. I mean, you don't need big speakers.
But I mean, we don't discount EMP Tech or ELAC either, because also very fine choices.
Oh yeah. I thought we already said that.
Yeah. No, it's just, we've been naming these other ones.
I'm just trying to come up with other options for you that I know are in that same price range.
Yeah, I mean, maybe looks are a concern, right? Because, the Ascends, if you're looking at the SE series, certainly nothing fancy looking about them. So if aesthetics are a concern, then some of these other ones would be better choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the problem is we just expanded his list. We didn't help him narrow it down at all. We just gave more options.
So he prefers bookshelf speakers. Good.
Tom has no response to that.
Nope. And he's going to have dual subwoofers in his theater, so bass extension isn't really a concern. But both Tom and Rob, you and I, have fairly small rooms yet have opted for either tower fronts or very large bookshelf fronts. Why? Is there really any real need for larger speakers in this theater? Okay. So I did not opt for these. Okay, Aperion Audio called me and asked me to do a review, and this is what they wanted me to review. It lives here now, and if someday they called me and say I want them back, I would say send me some boxes, because I threw those boxes away like literally years ago. But I would send them back. So these are not my speakers. I would send them back tomorrow. If I bought and at the time, they wanted me to review the entire line, so I reviewed the bookshelf speakers kind of standalone, because they didn't have surround speakers at the time, and then these, and then their center channel. I would have bookshelf speakers given the option. That's what I would have. I would not have tower speakers. But since I have them, I have them. In my room, I don't need tower speakers. I cross them over. There's no need for them. You're absolutely right. My thought, there's always that thought in the back of my mind, is that I'm going to win the lottery, get a bigger room, and I'll need big speakers then. But since I never play the lottery, it doesn't seem to be very likely that's going to happen. But, you know, I could find a lottery ticket on the ground. It's possible.
Well, I do play the lottery, and my likelihood of winning is about equal as yours at not playing. So,
there we go.
Yeah. But, if I had bought speakers for the size of room that I have, I mean, even bookshelves would be too big. I should be looking at NHT Super Zeros or something.
Right.
Like, you know, the Sierra Lunas didn't exist at the time, but even those would play louder than anything I need. No, the speakers I chose were similar idea. The idea is that these are my forever speakers.
Right.
So no matter what room I go to, and hopefully I'll have a much larger room at some point in my future, the speakers are ready to handle that.
Rob has a much better chance of getting a bigger room. My housing choices are going to be going down in the future.
Move to another part of the country because, you know, a house here is $2 million and up, so that's just not in the cards.
Those fat AV dollars AVRant dollars aren't bankrolling your baller lifestyle. Not yet. Rolling in the
One day
Bentley.
we should say how many of those dollars have actually made them my way or anyone else's way.
The only way they go is to my wife. She says, we need more money for...
The reason is because she bankrolled the podcast for all of the early years. She is very much still indebted for keeping AVRant afloat. So,
well, not only that, I mean, Clint also helps bankroll this thing, too. So I should be paying him money, but I don't.
He hasn't had a dime, has he?
He hasn't had a dime. If anything, he's paid out of pocket. He's... Oh, jeez. I don't even want to get into it. All right. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.